had very important policy guidelines being brought to Parliament that have failed to pass or to see the light of day. In some, that by the time they are being passed as the floor of the House, they have been changed so much that the original framework or what that bill or that policy framework was supposed to be to cure. Because remember, that proposal came to the executive because the executive are the implementers of this decision. So by the time the policy document or the law is going back to the executive after approval, it is so different from the envisioned framework that sometimes it's not even now practical to implement it anymore. But if we have this understanding that as executive, this is what we want to achieve and we want to insist in this, and we have a chance, we ask questions, we deliberate, we provide input to those issues, then we are sure that once we pass that once we pass that bill, once we pass that framework, for sure it's going to be implementable, it's going to lead to the transformation that it was intended to do in the first place. So I'm really loving the negotiations and the networking and the teamwork and the consultation that this government is doing. And if we continue like that, I am certain that this Kwanza government will be a successful government. The issue of debt is also an issue that we've dealt with in a lot of depth. And trying first to understand why do we have so much debt? Why do we have debt? The president has put it across that the amount of money we're paying for principal and interest and how much you're paying in salaries is just how much we raise in terms of taxes. So that's why we are not able to do any development if we're not borrowing. And it's coming up with a proposal that we all contributed to enrich. So how about we have a savings plan? So before we do that investment that we want to do, how about if we save, we put up a fund, we save before we invest. So that way we shall have the money needed to do that development. If it's that infrastructure development, if that is housing plan. And when doing that, we are able to create employment, and when we create employment, we're able to collect more taxes, so we're able to make a bigger cake, and generally the economy is able to move forward. The idea of standardization of our housing projects, so that we have standard doors, standard hinges, a standard in all those components, building components. We break down this huge monster called housing to the small